Good morning, students. As you know that corona crisis is there in the world, and we are unable to make a contact with the students directly in the classes or in the school. So, as grade 10 students have to appear for the board examination next year, so we have thought that we have to show you some videos as well as we have to discuss the topics that would be completed in the month of April and May. So, because this is a topic for grade 9, already we have done, that is matter around us pure. And grade 10 first chapter is their chemical reactions and equations. So, that is mainly based on the topics which we have covered in grade 9 as well. Is matter around us pure. The subtopic was there, the physical and chemical changes. So, as you already know about the physical and chemical changes, I will introduce my topic on the basis of this concept of physical and chemical changes. So, main objectives are there that we have to recall the concept of physical and chemical changes first of all, because our topic is based on the chemical changes and the chemical reactions. Chapter 1, chemical reactions and equations, that is based on the chemical changes. So I would like to show you some situations in which you can easily able to recall about the physical and chemical changes. So see, these are the situations which I have provided here or I have drawn here. So first is the tearing of paper. I will show you about this change. This is the paper here. I am going to tear it here. Again, I am going to tear it here. So can you see any change in the paper except for tearing? As you cannot see any change there, no property of paper has been changed or either no new substance has been formed there. So it is termed as a physical change. Secondly, I will show you by burning a matchstick or a candle, that will also show about the changes which happen around us. This is the burning of candle and burning of matchstick is there. So when we burn the candle, the wax melts there, that wax which melts there, that shows the physical change, but that burning of wick, this is the burning of wick, that shows the chemical change. And you will see that when I burned this matchstick there, this black colored substance is formed by burning of matchstick. This black colored substance has been formed of burning the matchstick. So that shows the new substance is formed by burning the matchstick, and new substance will be formed when this wick will burn. You will see the black smoky particles there, and that shows the chemical change there. So this is the change which is considered as the chemical change when burning of any substance is there. Now you will see here tearing of paper, because no new substance is formed and the properties of paper also cannot get changed. So it is termed as a physical change. And burning of matchstick, a new substance, ash is formed there. So it is termed as a chemical change. Third situation which I have given you here is the melting of ice. Already you have studied in grade 9 in chapter 1, matter in our surroundings, melting of ice and boiling of water. As during melting of ice, the properties of water that do not change, so it is also termed as a physical change. And rusty nails, I will show you two nails here. So one is the new one nail here that is not being rusted, and another one you can see the brown substance that has been formed on the tip of the nail. So that is the rusty nail, and in these two nails you can see a new substance has been formed on the tip of that nail, that is a brown colored substance, and that become the rusty. So that is also a chemical change, because rust is a chemical compound which is formed by the action of water and oxygen on the iron substance. So these situations I have provided you, which you can identify easily as the physical changes or chemical changes. So we can easily identify and differentiate between these two changes as there is change in physical properties in physical changes and there is change in chemical properties in chemical changes. As you see in physical changes, only three properties get changed there: shape, size, and appearance of state. Either shape can be changed, or size can be changed, or state can be changed. That is melting of ice and boiling of water. So that shows the physical changes there. In chemical changes, the atoms of one or more substances in this compound here or in this substance, the atoms of this substance, they rearrange and combine to form a new substance with the different properties. So that shows the chemical changes. So whenever there is a chemical change occur in our surroundings, it seems to be that chemical reaction has taken place here. So at a glance, I would tell you and I would you explain the topics which I have taught you about the physical and chemical changes, that there are changes around us are of two types: physical changes and chemical changes. As you have seen that in physical changes, no new substance is formed and it may only the change shape, size, color or density of a substance. Whereas in chemical changes, those changes in which new substance is formed with the new properties are formed. So when chemical changes happen there, it means chemical reaction has taken place there. All chemical changes are accompanied by chemical reactions and these are represented with the help of chemical equations. So in these equations, atoms and the molecules known as the reactants, they participate, that is they mutually combine or react to form new species as products. So in this chapter, our main emphasis is on different types of chemical reactions and the chemical equations which represent them. Apart from that, we will also find the ways and means to balance these equations so that the number of atoms of different species involved in these reactions may become equal. So this is a chemical reaction which I am showing you, that here A and B, they are combining together to form C and D. So the species which combine together to form the new substances, and these species are known as the reactants, which because they are reacting together. And C and D are formed as the products because these are the two substances which have been formed there. So A and B, which are reacting together, these are known as the reactants and they are forming two new substances C and D. These are known as the products. The arrow, which shows the direction of the chemical reaction. For example, if hydrogen reacts with oxygen to form water, it means hydrogen and oxygen are the reactants and water is the product there. Now see, these are the chemical changes or the chemical reactions or the chemical equations which I have told you what are the characteristics of these chemical changes or reactions, or how do we come to know about that chemical change has taken place there or chemical reaction has taken place there. So first thing or the first characteristic that can show that chemical change has happened here, that is change in color. Change in color I have shown you in this example of rusting of iron nails, which I have shown you there. This is the original nail here and this one is the rusted nail which you can see at the tip of this nail. So there is a change in color that shows that chemical change has taken place there and chemical reaction has taken place there. So second is their change of physical states. Change of physical states. I told you about the state is changed, for example, in melting of ice or in boiling of water. The physical state of the substance changes. So that physical change I will show you in the second example also there. Because of the lack of the laboratory materials here, I'll show you with these simple things here. If I burn this paper, this is a candle here and I'm taking this paper because I will show you the physical state change. This is solid. So when I will burn this paper, while burning this paper, chemical change is occurring there And this chemical change, when it takes place there, you will see a